Welcome back to my channel. Hi guys, if you're new here, my name is Didi Ekanem. You're very much welcome. Thank you for joining our growing community. In today's video, I'm going to show you a step-by-step process of how to make banga soup. For ingredients, you need banga, cow skin, which is called pomo, dried fish, stock fish, snail if you eat snail. You also need fresh catfish or any other protein of your choice, but banga soup is best paired with fresh catfish. You will also need unshelled periwinkles, but that is optional, some ground crayfish, seasoning cubes, banga spices, banga stick, ujajak, some scotch bonnet peppers, banga leaves. Now if you have any other ingredients you want to add to your banga soup, that is totally up to you. Let's make our banga soup, shall we? The first thing you want to do when making banga soup is to wash your banga. Pour the banga into a pot, add some water to it, cover the pot and let the banga boil for about 15 to 20 minutes. It shouldn't take more than 15 to 20 minutes for your banga to be ready. Now, to confirm that your banga is ready, you have to peel it open. If it's easy to peel, then you are good to go. The next thing you want to do is to transfer your banga into your mortar or a food processor. If you're in the diaspora and you don't have access to mortar and pestle, then by all means use your food processor. Or if you're in Nigeria and you have mortar and pestle, why don't you want to use a food processor to process your banga when you can easily just pound it? I mean, it's not that much of a hassle. So you're going to pound your banga to a smooth paste. Once your banga is smooth, you're going to transfer it into a clean bowl where you're going to add water to wash it to separate the chaff from the juice. So when you're washing your banga, you want to use lukewarm water and you don't want to add too much water at first. You can wash your banga up to 3 times. It depends on the quantity of banga soup you want to make. After washing your banga, you're going to use a strainer to sieve out the juice. Before I make my banga soup, I like to toast the banga leaves first because I want it to be really dry so I can use my hands to smoothen it up. I don't like when I see big banga leaves in my soup. I like the banga leaves to be almost invisible inside my banga soup. If the process is much of a hassle for you, you can skip it. So in a clean pot, go in with your banga juice, but be careful because there are still some residues in there. After adding the banga juice, you're going to add your banga stick. You're also going to add your ujajak at this point. You're also going to add your salt or seasoning cubes, but keep it very light because you can't really get the taste in this beginning stage of cooking until your banga soup starts to thicken up. If you add too much in this beginning stage, by the time your banga soup starts to thicken up and you test it, it might be too much, okay? You're also going to add your banga spices, your scotch bonnet peppers, any other ingredients you want to add. Stir that nicely to make sure that everything marries each other and then allow it to come to a boil. You're not going to cover the pot so that your banga soup can thicken up real fast, okay? Once your banga soup has boiled for a while, you can now go in with your stock fish, your dried fish, your snail, your cow skin, and let that continue to cook till it starts to thicken up nicely. Once your banga soup starts to thicken up or it is halfway there, it is the right time to add your fresh catfish. Catfish does not take time to be ready. It takes literally about 10 minutes. So by the time your catfish is getting ready, your banga soup would have thickened up to the texture that you need. After adding the catfish, you're going to add more crayfish at this point. You know, the more crayfish, the better for any soup. And then use your cooking spoon, push in the fish nicely into the soup. Once your banga soup is thick up to this point, this is the right time to test to know if your banga soup is lacking any ingredients. The texture of the banga soup you want depends on you. Some people like it light while some love it thick. Once you have achieved your desired texture for your banga soup, then go in with your banga leaves, and then add your unshelled periwinkles. The unshelled periwinkles for banga soup is actually optional, okay? You can skip it if you don't like it. And then go in with your yellow pepper or habanero pepper to spark up the taste of your banga soup, to give it a more local flavor. And then let that cook for another 2 minutes and your banga soup is ready. Banga soup is best enjoyed with starch. They have a husband and wife relationship. They are married to each other. Banga soup was made for starch. Starch was made for banga soup. But you can also enjoy your banga soup with other swallows like eba, semo, poundo, oatmeal, amala, unripe plantain swallow, any other swallow you can use for your banga soup. Shout out to all my returning viewers. Thank you all so much for making this my YouTube journey exciting. Thank you for making it worth a while. Please mention your name in the comment section so I can always call your name and give you a shout out. And there you have it, guys. Our delicious banga soup is ready. It is super tasty and yummy. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching. I will see you again in my next video. Bye, guys.